Hours after the most anticipated trade of this entire offseason was confirmed, the man who spent 4 years dominating secondaries across the NFL picked up his phone, opened Instagram, and did two completely different things that together tell the most complete and most human story of this entire day. The first was a farewell that stopped Philadelphia fans in their tracks as they read every single word. The second was a good-natured provocation that revealed something about this player that nobody knew, and that is going to make every Patriots fan smile. 2 posts, 2 completely different emotions. One story that can only be told when someone who lived something real finally has permission to speak. The farewell A.J. Brown wrote for Eagles Nation. What it reveals about the man behind the longest off-season drama in the league, and the childhood photo detail he posted right after that is going to change the way you see this entire story. You are going to understand all of it right here. If you are a true Eagles fan, hit that like button and subscribe right now, because this is the closing of a chapter that everyone knew was coming, but that still lands in a way that only those who lived inside this fan base can truly feel. Hours after Adam Schefter and Mike Rice of ESPN confirmed the trade, A.J. Brown broke the silence he had maintained since deleting his X account the previous night. Not through a statement sent to a reporter, not in a formal press release from his representatives. It was on Instagram, directly to the fans, with the capital letters that were the trademark of how this player always communicated with the city. And what he wrote was the kind of message you read twice, because the first time the emotion does not let you process every sentence completely. That player is A.J. Brown. The message began with the words that any city needs to hear after a separation that spent months being narrated as conflict, as rupture, as drama. Brown thanked the city and the fans for welcoming him and his family with open arms from day one. He said the city, the locker room, and the fan base will always hold a special place in his heart. And then he turned to his teammates, the brothers inside the locker room, and thanked them for going to battle with him every single day. The memories they built together, on and off the field, are something he will carry with him forever. But the paragraph that separated this message from any standard player farewell statement was what came next. Brown thanked the coaching staff, the trainers, the equipment staff, the cafeteria workers, and the cleaning crew. These are the names that never appear in any headline, the faces that arrive before everyone and leave after everyone. The workers who keep the building functioning while the players and the contracts and the trade rumors dominate every conversation about the team. For a player who spent months being described behind the scenes as a source of friction, as someone difficult to manage, as the center of the problem, choosing these people as a central part of his farewell message says more about who he is than any salary cap analysis or trade grade can ever capture. The message ended with the words that will stay in the memory of any Eagles fan who followed these 4 years. Playing for this city has been an honor, and he is thankful for every moment he had in Midnight Green. Thank you, Philly. Much love always. God bless. Number 11. That number 11 at the end is not a small detail. It is the signature of a player who understands that a jersey number within a franchise is not just an identifier. It is an identity. And by closing the message with the number he wore in Philadelphia, Brown was saying that what happened in this city will always be part of who he is, regardless of what went on behind the scenes over the last few seasons. But then came the second post, and that is where the narrative turned in a way nobody was predicting. Minutes after the emotional farewell to Eagles Nation, Brown posted a childhood photo of himself wearing a New England Patriots jersey with the number 12 on the back. Number 12 for the Patriots. The number of Tom Brady, the legend. And the caption he placed on that photo was exactly the kind of thing only someone genuinely excited about what is about to happen writes. How long these pics been in the drafts queued up, followed by a string of laughing emojis. That second post fundamentally changes the entire reading of this offseason. For months, the narrative was built around a dissatisfied player, frustrated, leaving through the back door. And there is truth in parts of that portrait. The relationship with Jalen Hurts deteriorated. The OTA absences were real. The wedding without the quarterback was documented. But a player who saved a childhood photo of himself in the jersey of the team he just got traded to and kept it in his drafts waiting for the right moment to post it is not a player who is running away from something. He is a player who is moving towards something he always wanted and who is proud to show that now that he can. The connection with Mike Vrabel is the element that matters most in this equation on New England's side. Vrabel was the head coach who extracted the best from Brown with the Tennessee Titans, who understood how to use the receiver's physical gifts and football intelligence to create advantageous situations on the field. Brown recorded over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns in the 2021 season in Tennessee under Vrabel before being traded to Philadelphia. That was the season that put the receiver on the radar of every serious franchise in the league. Now the two are reuniting in New England with Drake Maye as the quarterback, and the childhood photo in the Patriots' number 12 jersey on Brown's Instagram is the clearest signal that this receiver arrives in Foxborough with a motivation that is fundamentally different from what he left Philadelphia with. And that motivation meets exactly the quarterback who can weaponize it most effectively. Drake Maye finished last season ranked first in the entire NFL in expected points added per deep ball attempt, with a 50% completion rate on downfield throws in the regular season that carried into a Super Bowl run. The Patriots reached the championship game with Stefon Diggs as the primary receiver, but Diggs is no longer on the roster. What New England lacked in the moments that mattered most last January was a receiver who can win individually against press coverage in third and long situations, who can create separation on the outside when the defense knows the ball is coming his way, and who can deliver touchdowns inside the 20-yard line when the game is on the line. Brown at his best is precisely that player. He has averaged more than 9 yards per target in his best seasons. He wins at the catch point against physical corners because of his combination of size and hand strength. And he has scored in the red zone at a rate that only a handful of receivers in the league can match. For a young quarterback who already showed he can execute in the deepest moments of a playoff run, having a receiver of that caliber changes the entire ceiling of what the New England offense can become in 2026. The numbers Brown leaves behind in Philadelphia deserve to be stated with the clarity that defines his place in franchise history. 4 seasons, 5,034 receiving yards, 32 touchdowns, 2 Super Bowls, 1 championship, 1 pick six in Super Bowl 59 that is burned into the memory of every Eagles fan forever. Those are the numbers of an elite player who contributed at a level that very few receivers in this franchise's history have ever reached. From the Eagles' side, the next move is clear. DeVonta Smith officially assumes the number 1 role. The receiver who stood alongside Brown for 4 years, who never complained publicly about the target share, who delivered consistency week after week, while his teammate attracted the defensive attention, now has open field to prove he is one of the best receivers in the league, when he is the primary focus of the system. Makai Lemon, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Dontayvion Wicks, and Samori Toure fill the rest of the group around Smith in a reconstruction that still has a great deal to prove, but that was assembled with a clear intention. The A.J. Brown chapter with the Philadelphia Eagles ended with a farewell that surprised everyone with its class, and a good-natured provocation that revealed the next chapter may be exactly what he always wanted. 2 posts, 2 emotions, 1 story that started in 2022 with a trade from Tennessee and ended in 2026 with a childhood photo coming out of the draft's folder. What are you going to carry from A.J. Brown's legacy in Philadelphia? The 5,034 yards and the 32 touchdowns, the pick six in Super Bowl 59, or the farewell he wrote for the cafeteria workers and the cleaning crew that most players would never have thought to include? And do you think Brown is going to dominate in New England with Vrabel and Maye the way that childhood photo suggests he always dreamed? Leave your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later with the latest Eagles news.